Welcome to the next episode of Becky's Bistro. It's been snowing all day, so we're ready for a hot, piping bowl of chicken and rice soup. We'll show you how to make that gluten-free. Stay tuned. These are the ingredients we'll need for our recipe today, gluten-free chicken and rice soup. First thing, 2 tablespoons of EVOO, 1 cup of coarsely chopped carrots, 1 cup of chopped onion, 1 clove of garlic pressed, 2 cans of 12.5 ounce each chicken breast, undrained, 8 cups of reduced sodium chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons of the chicken bouillon powder, the secret ingredient, 1 16-ounce bag of cauliflower rice, the juice of 1 small lemon, and pepper. All right, we are ready to jump in and make our gluten-free chicken and rice soup. I went ahead and heated a Dutch oven on medium heat, poured in our 2 tablespoons of olive oil to get that nice and hot. And then the next step is going to be that we're going to add our 1 cup of carrots and onions to get those nice and sauteed. I'm going to put in the carrots, and I have to be very quiet because our collie dog loves carrots, to sneak it in, and the onions. And we're gonna stir those around a little bit, let them saute to get them nice and soft, and then we will move on to our next step. So I wasn't quite quiet enough. Frankie found the carrots. The onions and the carrots are nice and sauteed now, so we're just going to go ahead and add the garlic, the 1 clove of garlic. Got it in my garlic press. Put that in. And this only needs to cook together for about a minute because we don't want that garlic to get burned. So the carrots, the onions, and the garlic have all melded together, and the room is smelling divinely. And now I need to add my chicken meat, 1 can at a time. And don't forget that we are not draining it because that makes part of the delicious soup broth. And it also allows us to not have to add salt. So we're gonna get this cooking and allow the flavors to mix together, and then we will go on to our next step with adding the Italian seasoning and the bouillon. So I've added the 2 teaspoons of bouillon powder and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Remember, the bouillon powder is what adds the salty taste for us. Added all of that together, stirred it up a little bit, make sure that everything gets incorporated. And then the next thing we need to do is add the chicken broth. Now we're ready to add our 8 cups of reduced sodium chicken broth. You can also use stock if you have that. We'll just pour all of that into the pan, hopefully not getting it all over. And mix that up. And now we just let that come to a boil, and we'll be ready for our next step. So we'll just turn up the heat, get that to a boil, and then we'll be ready to add that magical cauliflower rice. So our soup is at a boil now, and we want to go ahead and we want to add our cauliflower rice. If you're not familiar with cauliflower rice, it's actually riced cauliflower, and it is a low carb option. We have been working to lighten our weight with Weight Watchers, and it's been great to kind of experiment, and we have found that we really do enjoy the cauliflower rice in the soup. However, if you do prefer to have noodles, there are several different options for gluten-free noodles that you could choose from in your local grocery store. So we're just going to add this rice. Stir that in. And I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit and just let that cook. Probably about 5 or 10 minutes to let all of the flavors work together. And then we'll come back, add our lemon juice, and be ready to have our soup. So the last step we're going to do is to add the lemon juice. Remember, it's the juice from 1 small lemon. I've turned off the heat. I'm going to go ahead and pour in the lemon juice. Stir that around. And I want to add my pepper at this time. And again, obviously this is to taste. Mix that up, and we'll be ready to plate this. We'll go ahead and ladle this into our bowl. I personally like the broth more than the stuff in it. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a big bowl of hot chicken and rice soup. It's delicious. It's got all of the wonderful traditional flavorings of chicken and rice soup with a little bit of hint of lemon. So thank you for joining us on Becky's Bistro, and I hope you enjoy this recipe.